So after the independence, what happened? The Britishers went away, and India was looking up a very strong partner. And as you know, they were the rulers, so they were treating as our colonial. So they will always like how the S. Jaisankar speaks very fluently that you people treat us as a colonial. Still, you have the same mindset. So now you're imagining 75 years back, what will be their mentality? Now the which country has stood behind us, and this country was no other than the Russia. Very silent nation, and stood together with the India, supplied all the weapons whenever required for every situation. There was a time when the India and Russia is to supply more than 85% of the defense imported weapons to India. No other nation was supporting. Why I told you about the history? Because unless and until you do not have the good things to protect yourself, India has never invaded anyone. But we always have the right to protect ourselves. We always have the right to protect our people. We are the sovereign state, and we have to take the decisions as per the nation requirement, not to the world requirement. What the our people needs it. And this was the Russia when Russia came into our support, and very silently. And in most of the sectors during the time when the India was needed badly, we have been rampant by the Britishers. We have been demotivated by the Britishers. We have been, ill-educated by the Britishers. Only few peoples were educated, and that time Russia came into picture, and they supported with all the technology. Not only into the defense, forget about defense, they have further gone into the deep of it. Today, you are realizing for all your infrastructure development, what is more important is the steel industry. And the maximum plant has been that time being collaborations. We says that after 1991, the globalization came, but the Russian collaborations were there for a long time. And if you talk about the steel industry, the Bhilai plant is under the Russian collaboration. Bokaro steel plant, which is now not into that prominent, was also the Russian collaboration. So the Russia was very much in relations with the India in the modern India, whatever we have into the space technology, forget about the defense technology, and most of the costliest things we were importing from the Russia. Forget about this. Even the rough diamond is coming from Russia. Okay. So what was the relations? So this was the relation between the India and the Russia. But India Russia trade. So we understood little bit about India. Now we need to understand little bit of history about Russia. We don't know much about the Russia. But let's talk about Russia was also very much involved into very silent and First World War, Second World War. Second powerful country in the world during the both World War also. And after World War also, Russia was the second largest in everything. They have the largest area, and as a whole, they were known as USSR. What does the USSR means? Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Yes, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. That was the as a complete Republic of India. So this is the way the USSR was known as Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. And this was the one of the biggest land in the world during the USSR. Now the situation started coming, the Second World War. As I told you from the history, there has been always a fight of power into the world, and fight of power within the land also. So everywhere that is there. So USSR was there like that, but somehow during the some wrong policies and everything, the nation was so big and everything. And in 1991, this was got divided into. Can you imagine? This was divided into 15 countries approximately, if I'm not wrong, during the rule of Mikhail Gorbachev. I think I was in class 5 that time when we were studying. In class 6 we were studying the, what is the reason of you know dividing the USSR, and it has been divided into 15 countries. What you can see now, I can tell you, like, if you go to the map, and then you can realize these are the countries which have been divided from Uzbekistan and all. These are the divided countries from Russia. So now, if you can see the map, you can realize what was the size of Russia during the time when they were united. What was the size? Still, after the divide of the Russia remained much stronger, and Russia is also very very much nationalist country and developing everything indigenously. You talk about the space, they were the top into the space technology. You talk about the weapons technology, they were the one of the best into weapon technology, and they were all making it indigenously. And that's how, like, their economy has been very stable. So little bit about the Russia, what I told you. Now this is the, Russia got divided, but still out of that, the Russia remained the biggest country into that region. And when they are the biggest, the trade will be also biggest. So they were the one of the second largest, and either in terms of buying or in terms of selling, that also they were doing.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit www.contico.in.